Slut.
Hi, sluts! Welcome to another episode of the Slut Life Podcast. I am Buxom Gusher.
I am Cherry Von Baum, and with us we have the beautiful...
Do it.
Me? Nicollete Nightmare.
Yeah!
Nightmare.
Yes. Hi, baby. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Better now that I'm here.
Hell yeah.
Fucking...
We've been kikiing
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
for like an hour.
Like we do, you know.
Yes, we're just sharing stories and whatnot, but we are so excited to have you here with us, Nicollete.
I'm super excited.
Yes.
We're hoping that this will be the first of many.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know where to go.
Yes.
Hey,
Welcome to the Slut Compound.
We are definitely hard to find. We're out in the middle of literally nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, up
no
until
cell
this point,
service either.
you were found in my car when I was driving. I would just listen.
It's
So
true.
you were everywhere.
We are everywhere.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. And unfortunately, on the way here, you do have to like worry about gross Republicans. But once you make it here, you're safe.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay.
I did see something, speaking of, not speaking of whatever, politics, whatever, but those signs, the signs in your lawn, you can donate those to like bees and like
What?
the people that do bees, because it'll help them like build in with like use the
Really?
I guess the piece of plastic or
Yeah.
cardboard or
That's
whatever the
fascinating.
fuck
To make-
they're made out
make
of,
the honey, I
because they're
guess?
all like if you pull them apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like cardboard, but you pull it apart and it has
Fascinating.
the ridges.
So they do
And
have
it
a
helps
good
them
purpose,
biz.
then, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah, now they do.
Yeah, now they do. Now they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now they do.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
absolutely. Well, what is new? What's going on, Cherry?
Clear my throat.
Uh-huh. Let
I'm
me
getting the
clear
fuck out
my
of
throat.
Charlotte.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're moving.
Concord bound,
We're
baby.
moving.
Yes.
So yeah, that'll be very exciting.
Yeah.
Like probably within like the next week or two.
Hell
We'll
yes.
start moving our shit. So,
close.
yeah,
So close.
you can taste it. It's gonna be delicious.
Ooh, can
'Cause
I?
I'm just so excited. I'm so burnt out of where we are now.
Yeah.
Like it's downtown Charlotte, which is a pain in the ass in the first
Yeah.
place. It's just noise all the fucking time and people, and I mean I know it's probably not going to be like much better, but it's just it's not going to be. We're on a little
I
cold.
mean,
we're on a little like
It's really, honestly, Concord's really pretty quiet for the most part.
It is.
and that's what I'm here
That's
for.
going to
it.
be the best part about
Yeah.
it. There's still like
Yeah.
fuckloads of light pollution and shit, but it's
Not
you
what
know,
a lot
you
less
give and
than
take.
Charlotte.
Yeah, you give and take. Well, I'm just saying you're not seeing stars and stuff. That's the thing that makes me sad.
That's
about
that's why we
Concord.
come out here.
Oh,
Absolutely.
baby.
It's so
I love it. You can just
pretty.
look out and see the constellations and shit. It's so nice.
pretty.
So you had a little performance last night. You performed
Yeah.
at Risque
Risque.
the Masquerade. It was the last one of the year.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
It
How
was
your
my last
experience?
show of the year.
Hell
Hell
yes.
I'm kind of excited to take the whole month like of December off and
Yes.
just regroup and do my thing.
Yes. Get settled.
Move, get settled, do all of
Absolutely.
it, enjoy the holidays, enjoy my friends, all that stuff,
Yes.
and then get crack-a-lackin' next year.
Yes. I'm ready.
2025
Yeah.
gonna be busy.
It's gonna be busy. We're
It's
gonna
gonna
go
be a
hard.
busy year for these sluts.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's. What did you ask me?
How the
We
show
asked about the
went.
show last
God
night.
damn it! See, I'm so fucking tired
Look,
because it was a
look.
great show last
Well,
night.
It was a really great
All right.
show.
So it was good. It was the describing words have slipped my
It's
mind.
okay. I can lead it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get into
Yeah,
these switch tendencies.
put us.
Okay, so
There.
first of all, you performed. You opened up the second
Yeah, second little bit. So I was like
little
fourth.
bit, yeah, and keeping up with taglines and stage names is hard as fuck, and I applaud every MC that ever has to do that. I will get on a mic, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't
Fucking same.
want me
Yeah.
to.
No.
I will though. But I'm not responsible for what comes out of my mouth. And Dark and Stormy was one of the MCs last night, and he forgot the second half of Cherry's tagline.
To be fair, I
He did a great
fully
job. He did,
believe
absolutely.
that he
That's
knew
really
the
good.
tagline, but what happened is a fucking annoying audience member was like, "Popper cherry."
Yeah.
And
There
it's
was
like,
a lot of
come on,
hecklers.
bro.
And
Like, why are you
I
heckling?
laughed because I wanted to be like, you
It
know
is pretty
what?
funny,
Shut the
but-
fuck up.
Yeah.
Someone is talking
Yeah,
to
exactly.
you at this moment. I
Yeah.
need you to shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a little flustered, but he
Well,
He
he
got back
also
in
He brought
there.
it back. He's doing.
He
He,
brought it
does a
back.
great
Yeah,
job. Yeah,
absolutely.
everybody did a great job. That's what my brain is now functioning. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. But yeah, no, everybody did a fantastic job. It was
it's a great show.
very, very, very entertaining.
Yes.
Yes.
And they're-
Pre-show,
Yes.
One of the kittens got on the pole to a Coheed and Cambria song
Yeah.
and broke
I
it
heard
the fuck
I heard
down.
it through the floor, and I
Nice.
was like, "What?"
so
Yes.
unexpected.
Yes.
She
Oh my
just got on
God.
that pole, and I was like, "Yes, bitch."
I love
She
that.
owned that pole, man.
She
it was
did.
phenomenal.
Absolutely
Yes.
Phenomenal.
beautiful.
Siren, that's the kitten's name.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't remember.
Thank you.
I
Yes, because
love
all I could
that.
remember was legal name, and I didn't want to
Yep,
say
we
that.
aren't doing that. We're not doing that.
Yes, absolutely. But as he was trying to remember the second part of your name, I'm just giggling because I'm also high, who I am as a person, and I'm giggling, and I don't know what she's giggling about, but I can hear her giggling. So hearing that gremlin giggle, and then I'm just like,
I mean, Cherry's laugh is infectious, to be honest.
Listen, and then the smoke machine goes off, and the guy's like standing directly in front of it.
yeah.
So I
Oh,
just
yeah.
see him like get engulfed in this cloud of fucking smoke.
Yeah, I was enjoying
And
getting fucked up in
The
the cloud of
first
smoke.
thing I
Yeah.
said, like I kind of like said it kind of like nonchalantly, like not really so anybody can like really hear it. I think you heard me, but
Yeah.
I was like literal smoke up his ass, and then I like walked on fucking stage, but I couldn't stop laughing because it just was like whoosh, like it
Yeah.
just overtook him, and I
Bro, that smoke machine was
Yeah,
disrespectful.
and it did it to you a few
It was
times. But
disrespectful.
it was
You stood there.
Yeah.
I was just trying to keep. There was a number of audience members who kept trying to like walk up into the performer space, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna park my ass here at the stairs to be like, please be respectful. This is not the area for you. So, but yeah, I was getting smoke blown up my ass the whole fucking show because
Okay,
of it.
but I do have to tell you this. I didn't tell you this last night, and I'm sorry for everyone else that has to hear this, but not really sorry. But
Oh no.
every time the smoke machine went off last night, and you were just like in smoke, I was like, look at that man.
Oh come on! Don't be getting horny on the fucking podcast.
This is Slut.
Yeah, I know, but you're sitting here getting horny for me, and everyone's just having to listen
in the
to it.
background and the smoke, and I was like, look at
Well,
that
I mean, I am
man.
majestic, so.
Wasn't a fan. I'm not really a fan of smoke machines. I mean, it gives it ambiance, but like in that small of a space, I couldn't see a fucking
Right.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I was
the
like,
problem with the smoke machine.
Literally, it was like
Yeah,
doing this.
We're like waving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. It was great. Now
Oh,
you
so
went to
fun.
a show last night, didn't you, Nicollete?
I did. I went to amateur night that was over in Raleigh.
Yes, tell us about it.
We love amateur night.
Yes.
Love it.
So amateur night is the third Friday of every month over at Ruby Deluxe in Raleigh. It's put on by Boom Boom Bathory and Groovy Tune Productions.
Yeah.
Hell
It is
yeah.
a very safe space for people who have never been on stage before, people who want to try a new act out. There's like 16 acts every time that we do it, and there's always
Whoa.
like 2 featured performers. My roommate performed last night and did their first duet, and it was very good. I'm very proud of them. It's also their burliversary. It's 1 year since they stepped on stage, so
Oh, love
very
that.
proud of
Yeah.
them. Vanessa Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Or I like to say Machina Cheese. Because
Yeah.
that's
I
all we
love
eat.
your
roommate.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was
Right.
gonna point out that's who Nicollete was talking about. So
I
Vanessa,
didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm
Vanessa-
I'm trying to taste that.
I'm gonna have to tell that to Vanessa.
Oh, they know.
yeah. So Vanessa actually bought merch from us at one of our shows, and you know,
That's what I
since
said
then
earlier.
we've
We have
been
the
kind
same
of-
top,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not gonna be matchy. This is not what we do. Like,
Yeah.
You get to
Yeah.
pick an exclusive top.
really?
Yeah.
Since you're here, you get
Yeah.
to
Oh my
exp-
God, I'm so
yeah. Yep. So you can be like, you can't have this one. One.
We do our laundry together sometimes. So.
Right.
Don't need to get the tops
I
mixed up.
dress Vanessa occasionally, and I'm
Yeah.
not calling Vanessa out in a bad way at all. I want them to elevate.
Yeah.
And wearing corsets
Yes.
and the slitted skirts,
Yes.
even without
Yes.
the makeup and the wig,
Service.
It
It's
is-
giving.
it is.
Yes.
It really is. I love it.
I love that. I had no idea. I'm happy
Yeah.
to know this.
Yes.
My roommate, we have re-signed our lease. We were going to be roommates again for another year.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
It's been a year. It will be a year, December 19th, I think. We moved in together.
Hell yeah.
We have known each other since elementary school.
Wow, that's fascinating.
We went to church together.
Oh, well.
That's how we know each other.
Hey, sometimes that shitty institution does bring people together
Yeah.
in
The
a
best
good
part
way.
of it
Trauma
was,
bond.
obviously, the parental units were like, "You're going to live with a male. We don't know how we feel about this." And I was like, "Oh, it's so and so from church. We love so and so from church.
Exactly.
Oh my god!" I was like,
Yeah.
"That's all I had to say. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
They're fine now."
That got the green flag.
Yes, my
Wow.
cat is not a fan of my roommate, but aside from that, it has been a great experience. But yes, last night was supporting them in their Burley anniversary, and there
Yeah.
was another amateur night that was in Charlotte that I know that Tool Chest is starting up every other month that I wanted to go to.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I was confused
Yeah.
about because I saw Jane Bangs
Yeah.
Yeah.
was at a amateur night and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I
she
wanted
went
to
all
go
the
to
way
it
up to
too,
Raleigh.
but-
That's crazy. But I,
know
didn't
that-
realize they were both amateur
different.
nights in two separate locations.
Yeah, they just started it.
Word.
Is it Tommy's?
Well, we've had Allie's
Yeah.
come up before to participate in amateur night in Raleigh.
Yeah.
So
Oh, cool.
yeah,
We definitely need one in Charlotte. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Last night was a really good night for shows.
It was a
It
really
was.
good night. It was a
was
strong
hard to
night
pick
for
a
shows
show. It was,
everywhere.
Yeah.
It was hard
I
to
really
pick
wanted
one
to
to
go
do.
that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was.
I wanted to go
Yeah.
to the Masquerade one because I've only ever gone to Theater Risque to like perform. I've never
Yeah.
actually got to go, which I would like to.
Yeah.
Well, there's
But-
one in February.
Yeah.
I have to finish my application too.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, yeah, do that. You know we want to see you on stage
I
again.
will absolutely pester you about that too. No,
Yes, ma'am.
You can ask Isabel because I pestered her about it, and I was like, "Go fill out that application."
It's literally one of my like 27 tabs open on my phone.
I believe that.
Oh,
So-
good
I believe
lord.
that.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to open it as a reminder. That's how I remembered what to get Vanessa for their birthday. Was they showed me something back in February and their birthday's in September, and I kept that tab open for months until it was their
Damn.
birthday. So I was like,
The
I got the palette. I'm
dedication.
ready.
I mean,
If
yeah.
it wasn't up, I'd forget. I mean,
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
hell
I
yeah.
just forget. I just let the ADHD fucking kick in, and this one will be like, "Oh, hey, you remember XYZ?" And I'm like, "No, absolutely don't."
No.
I can't.
But I do think last night's a beautiful example of just how much burlesque we actually have in North Carolina, and that there's space here for everybody.
It was also a
Exactly.
good example of how beautiful women are.
Yeah.
How
Beautiful
beautiful,
people are.
yes,
People are.
people, yes, but how beautiful, like just people are. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yes,
Like,
thank you.
in all honesty, when Dark and Stormy was up there, I could eat that man up.
Listen,
I'll be honest. Yeah.
I have. I don't look away. Like it's. I.
You can't.
Uh,
How the fuck can
It's
you?
captivating. Like
Yeah.
all the performances last night were captivating,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's just like. But it was also a safe space.
Yes.
To where you could say, this is my actual body that
Yes.
is not
Yeah.
covered in pasties, that is not covered in safety tights and all this other shit that you could put on, when you're doing different stuff. It's just a different style. It was
Well,
a
and the
lot-
variety of
yeah.
performances that we always have there.
Yeah.
You're not just getting skinny people or heavier people
Yes.
or one or the other. You're not also just getting like, oh, I'm just going to be naked. Like
Yeah.
you have people eating different foods off
Yeah.
of one another. You have
Yeah.
duets that are happening. I mean,
Yeah, whenever you and Penny did your number, that was amazing. Having that impact kind of brought into there.
It was
Yeah.
hot.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Everybody was down with Scott and Allie and the fucking chance of "Let her come, let her come."
Yeah.
You're
That
welcome.
shit was amazing.
but
I
we're also
started that
concerned
and I will
about that,
never
hit, that one
apologize.
hit.
Well, yeah,
Oh, but
it was funny
he
after.
noticed it and handled it right then. So
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
And they were
Yes.
supposed to be there last night, but
No,
they
they
were doing
They
the
got sick.
sickies. ladies. I hope they're doing a lot
Dang.
better.
We love you, Sky and Allie. You guys are probably way better by now, but
Yeah.
you know, just know that we love
We
you.
love you.
If not by now.
Yeah, if not by now, then that'd be very, jarring. This is going to be December 11th. It's, what is it? I don't fucking know.
This will
November
drop
16th?
on December 11th.
Yeah.
So, anyways, dates are hard. So, how did you get started in burlesque?
So
I love that.
I would love to say that it's because I used to pole dance for a little bit and that got me like into things because the connection I made was with somebody from my studio. They were doing a show and I had made a joke of like, oh man, I wish I was brave enough to do your shows. And she was like, bet you're going to do it then. I was
Yes.
like, no, I'm not. And then the application's open and she's like, so I already signed you up, right? And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I got to do this now. I didn't realize it. But the other fold of it was the person I dated at the time. A lot of feelings. But he had this mentality of like, you're never gonna go on stage. Like,
Fuck you.
Man, fuck you, motherfucker.
he's like, you have no confidence. Like, you are never like, I can't see you doing that.
Unfucking washed men. What the fuck, bro?
That was this whole thing. He's like, I hate that, women have so many followers because they're women, and I actually am trying to push a product and no one cares. And I'm like,
Man, fuck you, dude. No one cares about your
women.
product.
but
But women, yeah, bro.
I don't know what to tell you. So it was kind of, we had broken up a couple months before, and I was like, you know what, just to like stick it to him, I'm going to keep doing this show.
Yeah.
Hell
And I
yeah.
didn't even realize what I did was burlesque at the time because it was, again, it was pole and aerial and chair and like stuff that we did at the studio, but it had the element of stripping in it. And someone later was like, you just did your first burlesque performance. And I was like, oh shit.
Hell yeah.
And it was the coolest thing that like I told all of my friends not thinking that they would show up. And it was at Legends in Raleigh. And it's not a big space. And it was a sold out show. But like the MC went up and like said my tagline and like everyone screamed. And they're like, you do realize she's never performed before. And they're like, yeah, we're her friend. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. That's so cool.
That's
I love
very sweet.
that.
That's very
It was
sweet.
awesome. And then I didn't do it. That was October of 2021. I didn't perform again until the following March. And then I took a year off.
Yes.
Okay.
And then last year I did over 30 shows. And then this year I've done about 40. So
Hell
Yeah.
Booked and blessed.
yeah, we jumped in last year. We're like, we're going to do all the shows. And we did. So
Yeah. you
I
did.
love that for
At
you.
Penny's show, I don't remember.
Babe
what-
Night.
Babe Night, thank you. At Penny's show and your intro was being read. I was like, 30? I'm tired. Hell
but
yeah, girl.
also-
I'm tired.
Also, just to give this one her flowers as well, not only did she perform in that, you were stage managing.
Yeah.
Which is fucking
oh, I did
crazy.
everything. I
Yeah.
kittened,
Yeah,
I
you
stage
can.
managed.
You stage managed.
I
you
started
performed.
producing.
Yeah.
I did everything last year.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
great.
no, I'm saying at that
At
one
that
show.
night.
Oh, that no,
Babe Night.
that was too much.
Yeah, you
I
were
love Penny
you were
Rebel
doing
so
way
much.
too fucking much. We were
But that
just
was a
sitting there
lot.
like we all love Penny, but Nicolette's over here doing all the jobs.
Well, they got mad at me because backstage I was like, well, I'm clearly going to pick up for myself. And they were like, no.
No,
Somebody will pick up for you. And I was like,
Yeah.
no, it's really
Yeah.
fine. And like the whole time I was like, I have to like, okay, the glove is here. This glove is over here. Because I was convinced I was going to
No.
go grab them.
No.
no, ma'am. No,
Let
ma'am.
let me just put my foot down now.
Yeah.
A performer will never pick up their own stuff.
No.
And if it looks like that's what's going to happen, my ass will get up and pick it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mama Buxom will come up there.
Because no,
Yeah.
you just danced.
No.
I have done that before.
No,
No,
don't do
no.
it.
Don't
No,
do
we're
it.
not doing that.
Don't
we're not
do
doing
it.
that anymore.
I've done it so many times.
I know.
Don't do it.
We all have. We've all had that moment where we had to pick up our own stuff. Don't you do it.
I can't.
Don't do it. If it looks like that's what's going to happen, you better be like, Buxom, I'm going to have to pick up my own clothes. I'm like, I got you, baby.
I did it at like, it was one of the shows that we did. And I was like, okay, I'm going to kitten and I'm going to produce it and I'm going to do this other thing. And I went up there and I was like, I am fully prepared to pick up all of my shit. And I could see my other kitten in the corner like, I'm fucking watching you. Do not pick up anything. And I was like, I'm already here.
No,
ma'am.
Fine. And so I think I was getting ready to like turn around and she like comes through the curtain before I'm even off stage and she's like, I'm gonna get all this shit for you. And I was like, oh,
Hell yeah.
you didn't have
What
to.
a good kitty.
You have such good kittens up there.
Yes.
Yes, and like give a shout out to kittens
A
because
Yeah.
shout out to all the
Fuck yes.
kittens because it is such a underrated task. I've had to do it like a handful of times and it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Well, the big thing that soapbox that I will get on for like 2 seconds.
Yes.
Your biggest thing as a kitten is that your producers can't know shit about what's going on backstage, and I say that in the nicest way possible. As a kitten, your job is to clean up,
Yes.
and if there's something about to happen, you nix it before it happens.
Yes.
You do not post about it afterwards. You do not sit there to get your flowers about it. You don't say, well, no. And that is one of the hardest things to accept. But the best kittens, that's what they do.
Yes.
They go up there, they work their asses off, and we are so appreciative of them
Yes.
for
Unsung
doing
heroes.
that.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it sucks, and not everyone can do it. But when you have good kittens, it's fucking game changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the sucky thing is you have, well, let's just be honest, there's also the kittens who they just want to go up there, look pretty, look nice, and, they don't get it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's called wasting time. And we don't need that.
No.
yeah.
We
But-
don't.
No.
Tip
No.
your kittens.
Yeah. Tip your
Also,
kittens.
tip your kittens,
Pay,
yes.
Tip your
pay,
kittens.
pay your kittens.
Pay your kittens.
Kittens.
Yeah.
God
It
damn
blew
it.
my mind when you guys were telling me that there's some productions who don't pay kittens, and I'm like,
What?
That's insane. Like,
They run around the
The entire
night.
fucking show.
Yeah.
They don't have 5 minutes.
Nope.
They have the
No, man.
entire fucking show.
Yes.
They have to fucking sit there and watch you where you drop all your fucking
Yep.
stripper shrapnel.
Yep.
Okay.
Pick up your tips.
They got the fucking biggest job. So
Well,
you
that
know,
and interacting with the audience, which
Oh,
none of us
God.
want to do.
No.
God, yeah.
They have to interact with their raffle tickets, getting money, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Like, it's so involved. And it's
Yeah.
also being able to keep an eye on one another. If you have
Yes.
a tip kitten and a stage kitten and somebody's tired or overwhelmed or overheated,
Yeah.
hey, give me the bucket, you go back
Yes.
there. Let's switch this up.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
you're a jack of all trades.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this.
Yeah.
So yes, pay your kittens.
Yeah.
Yes.
And tip your kittens.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
all three of us are the jack of all trades. Jack,
Yeah.
jacks of
Well,
all
I'm
trades.
a
Because we do it all.
Jill.
Yeah.
what the fuck are you on about?
You could be a Jackie of all trades.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right.
I was gonna say, because of kitten stuff, that's technically the first burlesque thing that I did was for Penny.
Yeah.
It was her first time when she performed in like 2018.
Yes.
And they needed a tip kitten, and I had no
Okay.
idea what I was doing. I literally walked to every person in that room and said, "Hi, my name is." I think at the time I was going by Odessa Raven, which was my D&D name, and I was like, "I'm Odessa. It's nice to meet you. I'm your tip kitten. If you have money, wave it, and I'll come find you." And they looked at me like, "Why are you talking to us?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't know. I've never done this before. I thought I would introduce myself to you guys."
Oh,
But
it's-
that was the first
that's
time I
wild.
did stuff was
Yeah.
because of Penny and her first show.
They don't know how to
We
do
love
it. Pretty
Penny.
girls talking to them.
No, they were just like, "Okay, cool, thanks."
Yeah.
I just want to throw out there that we literally have 4 members here of the Penny Rebel fan club.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
1000%.
And I need everyone to bully her to get her on this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody
Bring it,
needs to at Penny Rebel and tell her that she needs to come to the swamp and
Yeah.
hang out with the Gushers
Yep.
and be on the podcast. And
We have a hot tub.
Yeah, Penny.
Yeah, Penny. Yeah, Penny. We're gonna use our platform to bully you now. Yeah,
You
Penny.
just
We got a
No,
hot
we're not
tub.
bullying.
Tell her that you have like a 32-inch pizza.
We're not.
Okay.
And if
Is
you
that-
guys don't know
is
what
she
that
gonna,
is.
Is she gonna fuck on it?
I was
If
gonna
that's-
say, if y'all don't know, you need to subscribe and see what she
That's
does on
right.
that pizza, because that will get her to come down here.
if that's all it takes to
Absolutely.
get Penny and Lizzie down here is a big ass pizza, we can make that
Bitch,
happen.
I'll make that dough right now.
We will roll it up. All right.
But yes, seriously though, we would love to have Penny and
Yes.
on here. So,
Yes.
okay, so sliding into sex work. Beautiful segue. You are also a sex worker, yes?
Yeah.
And when did you start that?
I'm trying to remember dates.
It's hard.
Technically, it started in like 2016 when I was in college.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I was working as a cook. I lost my job. I didn't really know what to do at the time, so I was like, I will try this wonderful world of camming that I've heard some things about.
Yes.
And I did it where like my face wasn't on camera and it was just like, showing off, like, I think I was doing makeup, which makes no sense because my face wasn't on it at the
Fuck it.
time.
Who gives a shit?
But it worked.
Right.
So it was just talking to people and like, doing little like demonstrations of things. And I stopped for a while because I was like, well, I don't want to, I had the mindset, I don't know if this is degrading. I don't really know what the mindset of this is. Like none of my friends can know I do this. And then as I got older, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, it's
Yeah.
fun. I enjoy doing this. I'll try all of the platforms to see what I like doing. And it's it's such a mixed bag because people on there could be
Yeah.
so nice with things. Like when you need a break and you're like, I'm really sorry, I haven't like posted my titties in like a month, and they're like, you
It's
take
called
5 minutes.
depression.
It's fine. Like
your time.
Take your time. And there's also the other people who are like, oh, you haven't seen your titties in like a day, so I don't know what to do. And I'm like, buy old content. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But there's been such a weird community that's so interesting by doing it, but it's so much fun.
Yes.
Everyone should try
Interesting is
it.
the best way to explain it.
It is.
Exactly.
It is.
It's the nicest way to explain it.
Yes.
Do you have your favorite platform?
I use like OnlyFans for basically everything. I still have my ManyVids up for like old sales of stuff, but I don't really do. I sell more like items on there.
Yeah.
Like rip tights from shows or like pasties
Oh.
or stuff. Like I have that as like my shop for people.
Shit, I didn't realize you could do that on ManyVids.
I want to do that.
Is that
with my-
new?
Yeah,
No, they've had a shop for a while.
okay, yeah.
okay.
th- Whenever we were messing around with trying to make ManyVids a thing for Buxom, it was just selling clips. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that and that was like maybe
Sell your
4 or 5
vagina
years
tape.
ago.
Yeah,
but
they-
now that I know that they have an actual shop to-do list for the Gushies, we
Yeah,
need
because
to
I do.
look
Well,
into
you
that.
have like the pussy pops on there too, and like have like you had
People
can
be
have so
loving the
many things.
pussy pops, man.
The range of things are from like pay my phone bill this month to here's a lollipop that has been in places.
Oh,
like-
so do you do a little bit of the
Alright.
FinDom?
Sometimes I'm not. I don't like doing it. I'm a people pleaser across the
Too
board.
nice.
Why? Why are you
There's
doing
nothing wrong with that.
It's
There's nothing wrong with
it
that.
sounds very similar.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
just
true.
people have a persona online. I don't.
Don't.
I don't.
This is who you get.
Exactly.
This is who you get,
It's
yeah.
so much easier. Like I remember when I was moving out of my like abusive ex's like household and everything, I did a live stream packing my shit, telling people I'm moving. This is what's going on in my life. Somebody sent me a pizza while I was packing. Like,
Aw.
here's
Yes.
some food. What do you need? And I was like, I just want y'all to know what my life is right now, and this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Occasionally, here's titties, here's a new toy, but here's real life.
Yeah.
And they like it more because then they actually know you. It's not
Yeah.
this, they see you one way and then another way. They're like, oh, I thought that she was.
Yeah.
So
I
yes
totally
and no
with
to
you.
answer your question.
No, yeah, you're good.
So-
It's just one of those things that, like, I've honestly jokingly thought about doing it myself because I can be mean as shit to people. I love actually being mean to people. It's super fucking fun.
Me too.
Like, I definitely have.
Throw in there.
I mean, to be honest, Jerry, you would be a great degrader.
I
if I'm
agree
gonna
with
be
that.
100%.
Just from what we heard from you walking in earlier.
Yeah. But I fucking love degrading people. That's a kink that I have of mine. But like, I'm just like, I don't know. Is there a market for me being fucking mean to people? I don't know. And then there's people who's told me like, yeah, fucking do it. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I've been trying to get you. I'm trying to pull Daddy Gusher into sex work a little more every day, and I'm like, there's not enough. There's not enough. Like, I don't want to say average because nothing about you is average, but there's not enough like regular everyday men who do sex work, in my opinion.
No, there's not.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if there's a massive market for it, but I
But
appreciate
there
it.
is.
Oh, okay.
Let me find it.
Have you not seen those videos, like the ASMR things that people are they're reading stuff?
Yeah,
And people
yeah,
get
yeah.
that shit for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could do a whole thing like that and just do audio clips if you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You can just read smut books for people and they'd be like, who is this?
right.
Side note, I'll talk shit to you if you pay me. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Amber.
I'll be real fucking mean to me
Yeah.
you if
Yeah.
you want. I will
can
call you a little
Yeah.
sissy, a
Drive it
little
on
piggy.
home.
Actually, the first time I got someone who wanted like a chat girlfriend experience.
Oh, you're gonna bring this up?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
wanted like degradation, and I was like, huh, Josh?
$20.
So what happened?
Josh?
Look, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. If this person listens to the podcast, I'm sorry that you basically had Buxom be ghost writing like all the nasty, mean fucking shit that she was saying to you was all from moi.
Yeah.
So you're welcome, by the way.
I mean, but
He was
honestly,
like-
like some of that shit is like through chat GPT or whatever.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no, we don't
Yeah.
need Chat GPT,
No.
baby. I'm fucking mean as shit, and I will sit here and call you a sissy little bitch with a limp dick and a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, tell them they're a little worm. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, they want to be a worm?
Yeah, yeah. You're a useless fucking little worm, and I'm gonna squish you.
yeah. It worked. I got
It
money.
worked. You got fucking paid.
You just need to make a tip menu that's like, do you want this? Okay, you come here.
Yep, exactly.
what to say.
To be honest, that's kind of what was happening there when she had a couple of
You
degradees
need to
who
utilize
were.
that more often.
Yeah.
I've gotten better though. I've like accepted that I'm a tall ass bitch, and I'm like, all right, I can do the like giantess stuff, and I'd be like, yes, I will squish you, you little worm.
And honestly, the way that she's saying this, what I'm going to bring this up because we were on a car ride in, and she was talking about, you know, we recently found out she's a bit of a pup, and she's like, yeah, I'm a big dog, and I'm like, no, baby, you're a puppy, you're a little puppy, but I'm a puppy,
bitch.
I'm a puppy of a big breed,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, baby, you can be a puppy of a big breed.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we already go over like the dog?
This was before I discovered that I might actually be into puppy play.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a fun discovery. But I was like, I've been practicing my bark. I know my bite's fine. I can bite. Yes. Okay. So you mentioned live streams and like doing one where you're like moving and packing. What other types of live streams do you like to go for?
I usually do games. I think they're more fun. It keeps everybody like more
okay.
engaged. So the one that I started doing, I did a Jenga game where I bought regular Jenga and I wrote things on it. So whenever if somebody would tip, we would pull that and it would say either like use the one for 2 minutes or like wax play on your tits or like whatever it was, and it was a very specific. And I'd watch somebody else do something similar. What you can also do as an idea, which is really cool, is like you can make the end of it a different color. So, like, yeah, you could tip $5 for the orange one, or you could tip $10 for the blue one,
Nicollete.
and it's more into. I'm very good at this stuff. Okay,
And
I do a lot
fucking-
of research.
I fucking love games too.
Yeah.
They're so much fun because I started doing like the spin the wheel game on my phone.
Yeah.
and like that's fine and like it's easy, but doing like the Jenga game and then doing what was the other one that we did?
So I got to know though, Miss Nicollete, what happens if you knock over the Jenga tower?
Nicollete cheats.
No, come on, no cheat.
Sometimes I get really excited about the stuff I wrote down, so I want to use all of them. So I'll just start like picking off the top so that they can use all of them because there's not a lot. So I think we did. There's like 36 of them or something, and if people tipped like 10, you got to do 2 or whatever. So like I want them to see all of them.
Okay.
I also want to make some menu when I'm doing it. But then at the end of it, it's just like okay, I've edged for like 2 hours now. Like let me just have fun with what I want to do with. Yeah. So y'all can just watch, and like that's usually what the goal is at the end. Like if you want to see this happen, we get here, and then we can stop all games. And some people even will just tip for something specific. I really like when you do that. Can you do that? Sure, that's fine. So
Yeah.
it's usually games.
I bought myself one of those mini wheels because on the phone's like cool and all, but like
It's not
The
the
actual
same.
wheel is kind of
Yeah.
way cooler. To
Yeah,
be
I
honest.
I think so.
I haven't like broke it out. I don't know what I want to put on it. It's just
Do you have it
sitting
where
in
it's like
box.
erasable so you can put it? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just
Yeah, we got it.
saying.
We're working on the swamp. We're working on the house to try to get better content spaces. So TBD, TBA. I don't know.
To be determined and announced.
Yeah, kind of both.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That was the fun thing with the main thing for the spin the wheel for like another game that like it wasn't a live stream, but it was just like a post because I saw that my friend was doing it where if you tip a certain amount, you could like spin the wheel to see what you land on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have a lot of Bad Dragon toys. So
Hell yeah.
I basically had the wheel was all of them. And whatever you landed on, I had a specific set where it was like 10 pictures and like a 5-minute video.
Oh.
And that's what you would get. Or
Yes.
you could pay this big amount and get all of them. And I would just send the Google Drive link.
Yes.
So
Hell yeah.
it's fun.
Love that. I love monster cocks.
Yeah, you do.
Ew.
Yeah, somebody bought an ogre monster cock here recently.
Well, it
Yep.
was orc, but
Ogre, same fucking shit, bro. It's
yeah. I was like, oh God, I need a fuck Shrek. Give that to me.
like, yeah.
Okay, but what is like the most obscure like fantasy one you have?
Oh, it would probably have to be the. It starts with an O. It's the impregnation one.
Oh,
It has
the
a
egg
particular
one?
name. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I don't know what they're called, but I know what you're talking
It
about.
starts with an O.
Yeah.
I can't remember what exactly like the technical term
it
for that kind of a toy
came
is.
with eggs too. Actually, a friend bought me that.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of her stage name. So
I can
I'm
only
not
remember her legal
gonna
name too, so
say
we're
it,
just going to move
but
right on.
I love you. Thank
we
you.
love
for
you so
that.
much.
Yes. But she's one of my dance friends from when I danced at the Renaissance. She surprised me with that one day. She's like, "I got you a toy."
Yep.
And it was one of those
For your birthday.
Yeah, impregnation ones, and it came with like 3 or 4 eggs, and I was like, you have no idea how happy this makes me.
Yeah, it's a fucking wild toy. It's like I've never seen anything like those alien impregnation things. There's something.
Do you have a dildo collection, Cherry?
I used to.
Used to?
I used to.
Yeah.
I throw all that shit away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? It's not for everyone. Is it just not your bag? No.
Yes and no. I'm not much on penetration.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
it's a
Yeah, that's fair.
lot. Like it's a lot of outside stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Outside stuff.
Which
feels nice.
I mean, which is you know.
The
Yeah.
Hitachi.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm
loves
just
that.
going to disclose this information. Just you guys are lucky. Yes. Huh. So I had my hood pierced when I was younger.
Oh, this story.
And
yes.
they know this story. You
Yeah.
don't. I'm sorry.
It's a fun, no, it's a fun story. It's very interesting.
Disclosure. If anybody's cringy, just letting you know, this might be a little cringy, right? So I was sitting on this guy's face. And I like went over to hung out with him and like sat on his face for a while, and he sucked my curved barbell out of my hood. Just like
I don't know. I still don't know how
straight
the fuck
out.
he did it. That's crazy.
Well, here's the thing. I probably like now that I work at a piercing studio, they've seen my vagina to see what my anatomy, like what kind of stuff I have the anatomy for.
Yeah.
Because I do want future stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But like that's out of the question. But she basically said I didn't have the anatomy in the first place.
Oh, interesting.
So
Really?
yeah. So because let's be honest, piercing's a whole thing. We'll have another whole episode about that.
Yeah, we have to have that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that anyway, so he ripped it out and he just basically like took it out of his mouth and handed it to me and was like, I think this is yours. I was like,
I think this is yours.
okay. And like I went to the bathroom. I just like sat in there, finished myself off.
Yeah.
I was a little bloody,
Yeah.
yes, but
Extra lube.
it helped because I now I have split hood. So now my like little lady's a little exposed a little bit more.
Little
So like she's very, very sensitive.
Yes.
So it doesn't take a lot,
Good.
which is fun.
Hey, look, that's some positive body modification right there.
Yeah, but like that's you guys know I now I have a split hood. Ha ha.
Yeah.
And not
It's
on
not ha-ha.
purpose.
It's cool.
Not on purpose.
Nah, I love it. I want my clip pierced, but I'm scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
scared.
be. It feels great.
I'm scared I'm going to be like one of those people where I do lose sensation and I don't want to.
No, because what happens is that's not where you have sensation.
Okay.
It's what's behind the barbell that has the sensation. Because it's the hood. Oh, the hood.
Wow.
It's what covers
that
it.
thing.
And that's what you're piercing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're piercing what covers it. So basically, what it's doing is the ball's hitting it. And
And let's be honest, as someone who is aware of your equipment, that sensitivity ain't going fucking nowhere.
no.
Thanks. I
That
appreciate
button.
it.
So it might even help.
That button.
But that's
is
also
scary.
scary.
Yeah. But the sensitivity thing is like nipples and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
mean, it kind of varies.
Yeah.
And honestly, it just depends on anatomy, you
Yeah.
know? But like, you might not even have the anatomy for,
Might not.
VCH or anything like that. That's
true.
what the technical term is vertical clitoral hood. But like,
Yeah.
there's tons of like genital piercings
Yeah.
on both sides, like tons,
Yeah.
tons. It's
Oh, yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's so
Wow.
fucking cool. So anyway, sorry, little rant.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, but that's fine. You know, we're talking about toys. We're
But
talking
yeah,
about.
so
you know.
it
Yeah,
definitely
good to
helps
you.
a lot more sensitive.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't take too much.
All right. One day.
But I do have a couple vibrating tools,
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
but not a lot of like insertion tools.
Yeah.
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 Fair enough.
Do you have a favorite toy?
Think about it.
Ooh, you been put on the spot. Which one's your favorite?
I have rediscovered I have an Orochi cum tube from Bad Dragon.
Oh.
And at first, like the first time I used it, I was like, this is dumb because like it takes a second because the tube is so long. So even though like you use it and there's a lot of pressure behind it, you're like, nothing is happening, but it takes, but when it does happen, it's stupid. Like at first I was like, oh, you don't feel this at all, and then it was just I was like, oh, I get it. This makes sense now. And I didn't have it for a long time because it was at my ex's house, and I was like, oh, kind of miss it. Maybe I'll buy another one. It's not worth it. There's a lot of cleanup. And then I did a live stream recently, and somebody tipped like a lot, and they were like, well, we want to see you use it, and I was like, well, I do have access to it again, so I guess we will. And at the end of it, I was like, yeah, I did kind of miss that toy.
There is a lot of cleanup to it, but I got to be honest, the like visual of what happens when you uninsert that toy.
Yeah.
Can we describe that
So
for
good.
the listeners?
It also depends on
In
what you
great
use
detail.
for it.
In great detail.
So
Yes.
Bad Dragon has 2 different lubes that you can use. One that is clear and one that is white. The white one obviously has a much better visual
Yes.
for everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
Everyone
what's
likes that.
happening, especially like I use it where I'm sitting upright on it. So it's like squirting up in so that when you lift, it's like almost like icing on a cake, just like flowing down. Like very melty. And like that's the only thing I don't like is like I stare at the towel and there's this big like melted vanilla icing spot on it that I'm like, I have to clean that. And I have to clean it before the animals come in here and they're like, what is this? And I'm like, no, don't do that. But the visual of it or like how it looks even for like pictures afterwards, so good.
Chef's kiss.
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
So good.
Have you gotten any unusual requests?
To be pied in the face? Like actual pie.
No, okay, I was about to say to be cream pie in the face, or are we
No,
talking
like,
Both, I
go to the
guess.
store, go buy a pumpkin pie,
a pumpkin pie?
and pie yourself in the face with it.
Bro, I thought you were talking about like like the shaving cream or even
I've
just a
done
whipped
those,
cream.
and like I got it. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
shaving cream is
Fucking
cool.
pumpkin?
Somebody specifically said that they wanted a pumpkin pie. They said put it in the oven so it melts a little, so that it's warm, and then just.
no, bro.
I was like, I could sit on it, but I don't want to put that in my face. Like that's a lot.
But
That's a
why is that
lot.
okay? Why is the thought of like, yeah, I'll sit on it, but put that in my face?
Because it goes up your nose and your eyes. Like it's just a
Exactly.
lot. It was
It's
weird.
rude.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a pretty good dollar amount on that for that to be something to go down. That's crazy,
And
bro.
there's stuff that like after you do this for a while, it's not weird anymore. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a thing, cool. But like that was a very like it was just a vague a pie in the face. I was like, oh, I've done that before.
Yeah, pie
and
in
then
the
I
face
like
is-
sent them
yeah.
like here's like the little clip of like what I've done, and they're like, no, it has to be a pumpkin pie
That's crazy.
out of
bro.
season, by the way,
Uh,
like in March.
what?
You have to warm it up, and I was like, why are there instructions?
I love instructions though.
I
I
not for this.
I love when someone wants a custom and they are so detailed with what they want.
I hate when they
Yeah.
ask you like whatever you want to do. Don't
Nope,
fucking
don't
say
tell me
that
that.
to me.
No,
Your
you
custom will
can't-
never be made
You
ever.
can't say that to the buy in pan girlies. They're it's too much. There's
too
too
much.
many options.
We have 3 beverages at all times. We can't even
Yes.
choose that. You want us to
Yes.
pick from our array of toys?
right? No.
There's so much.
Or just like the stimulation? Or like, what do you want me to say to you? You can say whatever you want.
No.
What do you want me to wear? You can wear whatever.
Give me something.
I know.
Yeah.
That pisses me off more than anything.
Yes.
That's
Just
mind
tell me
blowing.
what
though.
you want.
Asking for a fucking pumpkin pie in March, like that alone is a pain in the ass to fucking track down.
I was like, I'm going to have to make this thing first of all, which I will do because I love
Yeah.
pumpkin pie. But then to me, it's such a waste because I want to eat it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to go
Well-
up my nose.
You can still eat some of it.
That's true. I never did it and I felt really bad.
It's like wife.
Aw,
napkin.
well,
Oh,
okay.
and there's nothing wrong with turning away customs. Like, if you don't feel comfortable with it, or if it's something that you're just like, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just tired. That's usually
Yes.
like when someone wants a custom, I have to be like, okay, but it might take 2 weeks because I'm a busy bitch and I'm tired.
That is my biggest pet peeve is that you'll get a message saying, I want this as a custom. And like you've discussed it, but you haven't talked a time frame. And then all of a sudden, here's the tip. Now that you've tipped me, I feel obligated, to
yes.
do this. And I am not in the mental headspace. I don't have the capacity for this right now.
Yeah.
And I'll tell people, like, this might actually take me a month. Like, I will show you what my schedule is. Like, I work a 9-to-5 job.
Yes.
On top of working a side job for some real estate agents, I also do burlesque stuff. And on top of that, I do OnlyFans. When do you think I have time to do this? When do you
Yeah.
think I have time to make a fucking pumpkin pie? In
When do
March?
you sleep?
I don't.
When I'm-
I did on Friday. Fridays we work until noon. So typically my schedule is, I hate scheduling shit on Fridays. Because I come home, I grab my cats, I get in my bed, and then I sleep for like 5 hours.
I love that.
Yes.
And I don't mean to,
That's
but
awesome.
that is when I sleep. It's on Fridays.
Yeah, and I mean, it gets even crazier whenever people ask for like custom partnered stuff, because people will ask Buxom for custom partnered stuff, and now we have to now figure that out between our just normal sex life and being like, all right, well, I guess we'll do a BJ custom, we'll figure that out.
I hated that with like the person that I was seeing beforehand was very open to doing stuff, which was great. But I was like, I want this to be separate.
Yeah.
I don't want us to feel like every time we do something, we have to film it.
Exactly.
I don't want it to be like that. But I also feel really bad if it's really good, I'm like, man, this would have made a really great video afterwards. But
don't get me wrong. Buxom and I love making home videos for ourselves.
Exactly.
It never sees the light of day. There's a lot of footage
Yeah.
that has never seen the light of day. It's just for us.
It actually has helped my self-confidence, like seeing my own home videos, because I'd be like, damn, I sound hot.
Yeah.
Like,
But
look
then
at my
there's
titties bounce.
But then there's also those days that you'll be sitting there and you'll be like, oh man, I'm sitting there like, oh fuck, oh shit. And it's like, yeah, I mean, but like you're having fun.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. That broke me.
Yeah. Well,
Broke me. I sound like that.
I mean, yeah, you've definitely pointed that out before. There was this one time you were specifically like, I sound like a sailor, and I'm like,
Oh, well, that's because you were going in my asshole.
that is true.
Yeah,
I was
we were
fucking you in
doing
the ass,
anal that day, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Which, if you, quick sidebar, if you want to hear more about anal, you can listen to our Booty Play episode with Anal Alley and Scotty Maximum that we released on 10/30.
Hell yeah.
That was a
Plug.
good plug.
Always be plugging.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't got
You
that
know,
kind
I
of
think
memory.
you should be a game show host.
You think I could do that?
Yeah. I
Isn't he
100%.
doing that?
I mean,
Yeah.
I am like,
Okay. Speaking of games and live streams, though, he did create me a
the
very
Jeopardy.
cool Jeopardy game, and we've yet to play it.
Yeah.
But like, he had categories on there for me that were like wrestling related, Shrek related, horror movie related. We haven't.
It's going to be a whole thing, and like,
That's cool.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's like it's going to be a lot of technical stuff, and I'm just sitting here like, holy shit! I made all these assets, and like they're ready, but whew, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm excited. So with the Jenga thing, do you let them, besides the colors on the sides of them, do you let them pick which one they get to pull, or do you still get that option?
I ask.
Okay.
I always ask, and I almost think that that's like sometimes the downfall, which is why I made them so specific. So I'll tell somebody either like the two options that you get, like if you pay for like a quote double one, you can either pull two or it will double the one that you pulled.
Okay.
So if I have one that's like 30 seconds with like a wand and you're like, oh man, I'd rather it be a minute, you can say, okay, put my thing towards that and do it a minute instead.
Yeah.
So they have it makes them more interactive during it. They're not just like, here's a tip and then there's silence. Like they have to respond and tell me, or then I get to pick. Okay. So
yeah.
So I have a dream, and we're not going to do it today because I don't own it currently in this house.
Oh, I know what this is.
I really want to play Strip Battleship. Okay.
it would be so cool.
So maybe we do that one day?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I would love that. Yes.
We'll put it in.
I was like, I
We'll
have
put it
no
in.
idea how that's gonna work, but I'm about it.
I
I
mean,
think the idea is that like once you sink a specific ship, you strip an item of clothing.
But would you do it as like you're using the actual battleship, or would you have
Oh.
like a thing, like a big thing made for it,
Ooh,
like a twister mat size thing?
that's
that's
not
a
me
good question. I mean, that would be a lot of fabrication. That would keep me
I don't
busy.
know where we would store it, but maybe.
I think you
Nicollete
should literally
Nightmare
just.
giving me some bad
I
ideas.
think they should literally play Battleship.
like the
I'm just
old
thinking
school
of
with the
the
big.
visual.
yeah, it's like, sunk your battleship. Take it off.
Let me see your titties.
But would you already have a pre-assigned, like this battleship is like your bra? This one
I
is
would say
this,
so.
like-
Yeah.
I was like the little submarine, little 2-peg one, be like something real small.
Here's your
and
sock.
simple. Yeah, yeah. And then like, what happens whenever you do get a hit? Do you like make out for a minute?
I mean, you could either do that,
Yeah.
or to be honest, we could have two lovin's. You know, hit that with the old remote.
Oh,
On each
that's
hit.
true.
Okay.
See, I'm an ideas guy. Don't look at me like that. You know it's fucking true.
It is true.
You know I'm the one who's always like coming up with crazy fucking ideas.
It's true. I love it.
Yeah. How do you with your sex work? Like, do you have a methodology for keeping up with your ideas, like a notepad or just anything that you just? Hey, I'm just saying, like, That's what we do is like occasionally we'll come up with like an idea, so we have like a shared notes app between us, and I'll just be like, blah, 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 beep.
I have so many notebooks
Yes.
that have
Oh no!
handwritten shit in them because I remember things better when I write it down.
Yes.
Oh, you and
How
Buxom.
often do you do that though?
Every day. Every day.
so
I pull out a
You're
notebook.
great about
I have
it.
multiple notebooks
Yeah.
because I'll forget where it is and then
Yeah.
I'll start another one and then I'll find the other one and they never get combined.
Yeah.
So there's at all times 3 notebooks with ideas floating around somewhere in my life, whether it's my car, my room, my friend's house. I don't know.
I love that.
They exist, but that's about it. Or like I'll ask people during streams, like, what do you want to see me do? Like, what is an idea that you have? And like no one will say anything. And I'm like, y'all suck. Tell me what
We
you
gotta-
want to
we
see.
that.
Bro, we gotta catch Nicollete streams more often.
I know.
We gotta do
I
that.
know.
Well, I also took like 2 months off of doing live streams.
That's
I just
okay.
did one again like last week, and I hadn't done it in a while. I'm trying to remember. I thought that there was another game that I played, and I can't for the life of me remember what it is.
That's okay.
That's okay.
But any form of like, again, the Jenga stuff, or like I know people do Twister and stuff like. I
Yeah.
just feel like it's more fun to like interact with them and do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing with the Jenga game, is setting it up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So lazy.
Oh yeah, Jenga's a fucking pain in the ass to set up. Period. And that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like whenever you're at shows, do you try to like give a little behind the scenes stuff, as well, like as you're getting ready, preparing, all that fun stuff?
I am not as good at it as Penny Rebel.
She's
Honestly,
Another plug to Penny
Penny
Rebel
just-
for how fucking good she is at this shit.
Yes, please give Penny all the fucking money because
She'll
she
be
gets
backstage,
this
like
shit
putting on
so
her
good.
pasties, taking a video. She'll be
Yeah.
getting her butt while she's getting ready. She'll bring 3 outfits that are not her outfit
Yeah,
to
not even
change
her
and do
shit.
backstage.
Yeah. It's annoying how good she is. It really is.
Yeah.
And when she's at a show, that's when I'm like, oh yes, you're doing this. I will do this.
Yes.
But if she's not present, I'm driving home and I'm like,
Object
I
permanence.
took nothing
Yeah, object permanence.
all the time.
And I mean, Buxom's the same way.
Same
She's
way.
trying to like remember it shows, but it's fucking hard because
It
you got
is,
all
yeah.
the show stuff that you're trying to do, and then like you got to be like, oh shit, I can't get anybody else in frame because then that's a fucking whole other thing.
Yep.
Yeah. You got to pay attention to who's in the background and be like, bitch, you don't got to OF. Step away.
Yeah. Or tell them all to be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Let us
imagine
go
that
do
goes
this in the
over well.
corner. Well, we did it at Legends. I think it was, I don't know if
Really?
it was for my birthday or for something. Penny, I think it was for my birthday. She did Spanx for it. And we did it backstage. And
Yeah.
we told everybody that was left because we waited for people to go. And we're like, be quiet.
Well, let's be honest. When
Let
Miss
us just do
Penny,
this.
when Miss Penny tells you to do something, you fucking do it.
Oh, yeah.
But the sad
'Cause-
thing is, while she is good at that, she is also so subby.
It's so fucking weird.
You don't
Okay.
understand how she's so versed.
So, for Buxom's birthday, this last birthday, we went over to Lizzie and Penny's house. And we have both known Penny as this really just confident powerhouse of like Dommy Mommy. We call her
No.
the hot pansexual vampire lady.
Yeah.
She is the
Because-
biggest goober.
It is
ever.
so mind boggling because we're, at her house and she's all just like, giggly and goofy. And we're like, what the heck? This is crazy.
Hand feeding me cake that she just made. Like,
Yeah.
We already told her that, like, in the nicest way possible, that she is like a goth bimbo.
she is.
That
Oh,
is
yeah,
100%. Like
Yeah.
when she's on stage, it's like she just oozes sex.
Yeah.
And then she's at the bar with that giggle, like that. And you're like, what is happening?
Yes.
In all honesty, both her and Lizzie are fucking wonderful people.
Oh, yeah.
Quite glad to have them in our life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but the thing is like sex work and burlesque, it all kind of melds in, and you can get fans from one, you can get fans from the other.
Well, that's what I
know.
didn't realize when people would put it in their bios or
Mm-hmm.
mention that they had it. I was like, I never even thought to tell an audience that.
Yeah.
Only because I don't know who's out there. I don't know what's going to happen. But at that point, like, does it matter?
Yeah.
If they're going to look for
They're
it, they're going
already-
to look for it.
They're already trying to look for your titties anyways.
Yeah. So,
Well, but if it's in your bio, then that like can be a light bulb moment for them, and then
Yeah.
they can talk
Yes.
to you after the show. Get that information.
that's what I've told, like,
in bio.
as an idea for something for, like, even a raffle item is that you put in, like, a free month.
Oh
Nicollete.
my fucking god, she's putting us on game today.
Yeah,
I have so
Holy
many
shit.
ideas.
You do.
I don't want to do
Okay, but
half of them. But
People
I
are
have
gonna
them.
steal them. You got to keep them.
Well, I'm not going to say all of them.
Share them with us, but
Oh, yeah,
not with
say.
the
Yes, give us your secrets.
We're going to redact some of the ideas. So sorry for you guys listening later that are like,
Just kidding.
Hey,
Those
look,
don't work. Just kidding.
You'll just have to subscribe.
I love that idea, Nicollete. I'm not fucking doing all that editing. I appreciate it.
Yes. All right, y'all. Well, it's time to wrap this up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like this like little discussion. I like that.
Yeah.
It was so wonderful to have you.
Yeah, it was super fun watching a cat through the window while we talked.
Right?
Yes.
Like, you can go touch it here in a second.
You can touch
Actual
her
kitty,
pussy.
for the record.
Yeah,
Actual-
there is an actual cat. now.
outside.
Yes.
Spooky. The void.
Mm-hmm.
It is a void, yes.
But yeah.
Finish us, Cherry.
Huh?
How do we finish out the show, Miss Cherry?
Finishing out the show. All right. Be loud.
Be proud.
Be a slut.
Slow.